How's it going today, guys? Today I'm going to go over a cribbage strategy video, and basically I'm just going to try to keep it nice and short and walk you guys through some strategy. So here I cut a 4. That's a pretty good cut, but I never win the first deal, so I ended up losing like always. But here we've got a pretty interesting hand. There's a couple of different ways you could go about this. I'm thinking 8-2 is probably going to be the best move here. And the reason being, it's my opponent's crib. 2-8 isn't really very good cards for him, and that would keep my run. And usually I'd like to keep my flush, but that only gives me 4 points, and this gives me 5. So, and 4, 5, 6 is a good run to keep. Cutting an 8 isn't good. So here we go. I'm going to play a 4 to start out. Hopefully he plays a 10, and then I get 15. He played a 5, so I'm going to play another 5, and hopefully I get a go for 4. Yep. So did some pretty good pegging here. Here I've got 15-2, 15-4, because 6, ace, 8. It's kind of a hard hand to count. 15-2, 15-4, and 3-7, I think. Held him to 4 points in his hand, and we cut an 8, so that's you can't really complain about that. Here I've got a double run, and I've got 4 of the same suit, but a double run right now is definitely better, so I'm going to throw 8, 9 in the crib. And we cut a jack. It's not smart to play a 3 here, because then if he plays a 3, he would get 4 points. Obviously, I could play him again and get a 3 of a kind for 6, but still, it'd probably be better to avoid it. I can play a 2 here, and if he plays a 4, I'm going to get a run of 3. I'm going to play a 3 and hope he plays a 3. Which he didn't. Hopefully he doesn't have an ace. And play my last card. 9 points. Okay, and here I've got 15-2, 15-4, and 8 is 12. In the crib, I've got 2. So, not a huge crib, but made up for it in her hand. I got another double run. This is kind of a hard hand to decide what to do here, because you hate to give your opponent points, but you almost always want to keep your double runs. I know that one person commented that you don't always keep your double runs, which I mean, obviously not always, but I'd say probably 95% of the time you're going to want to keep your double runs. So 3-7, I'm going to play a 4 here. I'm going to play a 3 because I don't think he has a 3. Oh, instead he's got a run of 5. Oofta, didn't see that one. But I got a run of 6. So made up for it. Okay, so here we've got 15-2, 15-4, and 8 is 12. And he's got 8 points. 8 points in his crib isn't very good, but we had to give him good cards. Keep the good hands. Keep the points in our hand. So here, I've given this advice before, and I think I'm going to use it right here. I'm just going to keep the cards that look to get good together, and keep my points in my hand. So, cut a jack again. That's nice. I'm going to play an 8 here so that there's no chance of getting around a 3. So he has 5 jack. Playing a 9 seems like a safe play. He has 3 5s and a jack, and he cut a jack. That's a really good hand. But I can't control what he has. 22 points in his hand. That's a good hand. Here I've got a run of 4, and that's it. In the crib, I've got a run of 3, and that's it. So not big hands here. Hopefully he gets another good hand so I can kind of show you guys a strategy of what to do when you're behind. But here I'm going to throw King 4, because I don't want to throw 2 face cards, and I want to keep the 7-7-9. You could throw Jack 4, but the reason why I'm choosing the King instead is because you can't get knobs with King, and I can get knobs with King, or get knobs with the Jack here. I'm going to play a 7, get a safe pair. You got a 31. So he has 4 and a Jack. I think starting out with a 7 again is pretty safe. Typically, if you start out playing and you play a card and they don't pair you, it's safe to assume that they probably don't have that card. unless if they're a really tricky cribbage player, because that's one way you can trick your opponent is to not pair them right away and then pair them afterwards, which is what I like to do a lot of the time so I don't get tripled up. Here, this is kind of a hard hand because it's kind of like two different hands, because I got Ace-4 Jack, which is a good hand, and then I've got 3-3-9, which is also a good hand. And I also don't want to break up my Ace-3-3-4, just in case if I get a double run. So you could throw Jack-9 here. This is kind of a hard hand to count, or hard hand to make a decision on. But I think loading the crib and keeping the points in my hand is probably the best idea here. And we get a run of 3. We're going to take that 15. He gets a pair, but hopefully I can get a pair again. Yep, there we go. I can pair myself. And I can't play anything besides Jack, so. Okay, here I got 15-2, running 3 is 5, and pair is 7. Here I've got 15. Oh, look at that, loading the crib, and that ended up working just perfectly. So here I've got 15-2, 15-4, 15-6, 15-8, pair is 10, and knobs is 11. So that's a good hand to bring you back in the game. And he was ahead by a lot right there. So here I'm going to throw 9 king. Keep my run intact. 9 king isn't offsuited, aren't very good cards to throw into the crib. Or they're good cards to throw into your opponent's crib because they're not very good cards. Here I'm going to play a 2. Hopefully he plays a 10 so I can get a 15. Okay. So here's an important point. Whenever you get paired off the bat, which you have no control over, you like to play a card that doesn't really go with the card. Like if I were to play a 3 right here and he has a 2, 2 and a 3 is a very common combination. So playing a 4 here seems like a bit more safe play. And I'm going to play a 3, get a run of 3. And I'm going to pair him for 15 and 4. So I don't know who won that one, but I think that I threw some punches, he threw some punches. So here we got 15, 2, 4, and 4 is 8. Held him 2 points in his crib, so that's really good. But he counts first, so that doesn't really... if he's out, there's nothing I can do about it. Oh, and I got a huge hand. Hopefully he's out. Here I don't want to take any risk, and I don't want to give him any free points. So playing a 5 or 6 is not an option. I'm going to play a 6 here. Hopefully I get a go. I get 2 points for 31. Minimize the amount of points that he gets to peg. He only got to peg 1 point. Oh, darn it. He would have been in the stink hole if I didn't let him peg 1 point. Well, hopefully you guys like that. I'm going to be trying to pile out a whole bunch of more videos, and hopefully you guys enjoy them. If you have any questions or comments for any criticism or anything, I will gladly take it because I just want to make some good videos and some good content for you. So thanks. Have a good day.